when you say you're a workaholic, let's unpack that
I didn't know
for
that
a
was
second.
I didn't know we were gonna.
Well, I know. I'm just.
I wish I hadn't said it.
No, but I'm just curious.
It was sort of just a light thing I said.
Light thing.
I'm kidding. Let's get into it.
But you really like to work.
Yes, I do like to work.
And that is, to me, you could say sometimes. I don't know. One of the hacks in life, or one of the tricks, is you take something about yourself that could be a problem, but if you can tame it and use it in just the right amount, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And so I like to work.
Yeah. And there's so many different types of ways to work in entertainment. So anytime you're like, oh, I have time off, you're like, am I going to go right over here in this place? Right? Like, that's what's so fun to me is like, I had last weekend off and I was like, oh, hell yeah, I finally have some time off from the show. I'm going to go write stand-up for 4 hours at a coffee shop. And that felt like rest to me, which it's not. It's still work. I know Sona's looking at me like I'm crazy.
No, I'm not. It's just, that's not who I am.
Yeah. Sona's like, do they have croissants? The ones with chocolate?
Oh.
Well, not being productive isn't restful for me.
Yeah, no.
I think is what it is. So you're like, well, why would I do nothing when I'm not going to enjoy it fully? Like I got right after I got the after midnight job, I got mono and I was sick for like 2 months and I had to like film the special in the first 2 weeks. But then once the special was filmed, I had like a few weeks where I was just doing nothing. And me and my writing partner like finished a script in that time. Cause I was like, I have 3 good hours in the middle of the day and we can get on Zoom. So I'll wake up at noon and then we can hop on from like 1 to 3 and then I go back to bed at 4. And we got a lot done. And it was really, and it's awesome. And I felt great about it. But if I'd just been laying there healing, sucks. Just got closer to death. Nothing to show for it.
You just totally insulted your own immune system. Your immune system's like, wait a minute, what? Whatever.
Everybody's like, some people get over it in like 3 weeks. I'm like, yeah, if they stay down, I guess. But I had stuff to do.
Yeah. If you drink liquids. I haven't had a liquid in six months. I think it's really like I know when I'm having productive relaxation, if I'm traveling or if I'm doing something fun and really enjoying myself or out to a great dinner, I know I'm not working, but I also know in some way this is feeding me.
Yeah.
And then there's this myth of, hey, chill.
Yeah.
Don't work, chill. And I don't know. I've never been able to chill. I don't know how to chill.
I have terrible news. It's not a myth. It works for some people.
Does it really?
It really does. I've seen it happen.
You've seen people actually chill?
Yeah, I've seen people spend a whole day reading, and I'm like,
you're
what?
Sitting with the two chill chums.
We're real chill, both of us. I think you're chill too.
I'm suspicious.
Admittedly,
I think you're right. You, Matt. I don't think
I'm half and half. I need to work for a few hours to feel like I've earned it.
Yes.
But then once I've done that, I feel like, oh, I've earned this. I could chill.
But I think the exception is Sona, who does not need to work hard
she's
to
a chill
earn
master.
it.
And that's actually, you know what? You're saying that in a way where I feel like you're trying to insult me.
No, I'm describing you to the police.
That's
an
true.
accurate
I think
description.
you're my queen.
I mean, when you say you do a show all week and then you do stand up, it just boggles my mind. I mean, it's amazing.
Well, it
how much
depends the
stamina
type.
that is.
I mean, doing Largo is different than like traveling somewhere. Like Largo's like, oh, this is so nice and relaxing. And
it's
everyone
great.
There's a comedy. Oh my God. Yeah. I was talking to Flanny about you actually, because he was saying, he's like, you never know what's going to happen with the show. He's like, I bought this place when I was 30 and I thought maybe I'd only do it for 5 years. And here we are 30 years later. He's like, Conan told me he thought he was going to be out of the business, in a few years. And I was like, okay. He's like, yeah, so you never know and we'll see. And you're like, yeah, I mean.
Flanny has no right talking about me.
That was rude. Yeah.
I mean, don't you think?
That was
That's
rude.
sort of, yeah. No,
slander.
No,
And that's what I
Flanny's
said.
the guy
I said,
that
do
runs.
you even know Conan?
Flanny, yeah, he does not. I don't know any Flanny. Flanny's this, he runs Largo, which is really one of the best live venues in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And I only say that because this podcast goes out to other realms, but it is every comedian's favorite room to be in. Sometimes it can almost give you a deceptive read.
Yeah.
Because you can go to Largo And sometimes I feel like you can read out of the phone book and you'll get some really solid laughs.
Yeah.
And you'll think, this phone book thing's killer. I'm taking this out on the road. And then you get killed.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem with once people come to see you on purpose. You're like, do you really like it? So you have to kind of adjust your expectations.
See you on purpose. I love that.
See you on purpose. People were tricked into watching me do stand-up for years. They're like, we came for chicken fingers and a male comedian. We had no idea. We were just finishing a day at the mall. How dare you bamboozle us, funny bone?
There were so many times I said to my wife, let's go out for chicken fingers and a male comedian. And then, Laurie Kilmartin would come out and I'd go, what the fuck? What's a lady doing up there? And this doesn't taste like chicken.
And I was like a child on top of it. So I saw the disappointment on people's faces, which is why getting on your show was so huge, because it helped me headline places and it helped me to have a solid clip. Like, it wasn't like it is now where everyone has a camera. Like, getting a late night clip was something that really made people go, oh, you're a real comic, and people might come see you on the road just because you'd done Conan, and like, all right, well, Conan let around for 5 minutes, we'll see. Like, that was the type of person who was coming to see me for years.
Well, you talk about these different eras. To sound like an old man, I came from an era where when I debuted in 1993, there's no internet, there's no streaming, there's there's 4 networks.
There's no teleprompters.
Yeah, there's no teleprompters. They were steam powered. They weren't good. They exploded all the time.
There's someone on a bike behind it. Yeah.
Pedaling it. Welcome to the show. I've speed it up there, Myron. I'm trying.
Shoveling coal into
But when you talk about people seeing you on purpose, there was a solid, I want to say 2-3 years there where it was on and there wasn't much else to do at 12:30 at night. So today there's a billion things you can watch. And I was part of this era where people would come up to me on the street and say, I didn't want to watch you. They wouldn't say that exactly, but it was clear that was not the plan. I didn't want to do that, but I developed this rash. They gave me a medication and the cream has to be applied. And so I had to get up at 12:30 and reapply the cream. I turned on the TV and you're there. I didn't like it, but after 9 days and 9 cream applyings, I was like, you know what? He's got something. And I thought, oh my God. I mean, so many new moms with newborns would say to me, this is back in the early 90s, I'm a huge fan. I would have to get up and breastfeed.
Oh.
And you were on, I watched it for 4 solid weeks and I didn't get it, but now I love you. And I would think that wouldn't happen today.
No.
America was forced to put up with my shit for a number of years. They had no choice. And then they were like, all right, I guess the hair can stay.
America was like, this is the guy.
Yeah.